Hello, fourth grade. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I hope you are ready to continue our virtual learning. So today, we are going to talk about what you need to do for math, okay? Because I feel like we have the hang of what we need to do for reading. We're doing our reading discussion question. We are doing our reading log, whether it's right on the document on Schoology or on paper, and we're doing our reading response, whether it is on Schoology or in the reading response journal that I gave you. And then for word study, you're working in your Explode the Code book. But math kind of changes every day. So today for math, today is Monday. Happy Monday. Monday, March 30th, you have two assignments to do. Two that you have to do, you must do, and then there's one that is optional, which is Prodigy, okay? So your first assignment, you should be going in to your homeroom on Schoology, clicking on the math folder, and finding Mrs. DaCosta's math folder, okay? And you need to click on that. Scroll all the way to the bottom and you will see 3/30 math assignments. Those are our math assignments for today because today is March 30th. Okay, so your first assignment is textbook 4B, page 33. Okay, so now what that means is at home you should have two textbooks. Okay, I know it was super heavy that day that I made you take them both home. You should have two textbooks. One textbook should say 4A. The other one should say 4B, okay? We are now working in textbook 4B, okay? So make sure you have the hardcover, the one that you can like knock on, not this one, the hardcover that says 4B, okay? And you need to open to page 33. So I'm going to open up page 33 on my computer. You should see a little girl and a little boy, okay? It says both Andy and Rita think that 23 hundredths is greater than 3/10, okay? And Rita is saying 23 is greater than 3, so 23 hundredths is greater than 3/10. And Andy is saying 23/10 is greater than 3/10. So 23 hundredths is greater than 3 hundredths. Do you agree? Why or why not? Explain your answer. Okay, so basically what this problem wants us to do is to compare. Okay, we are comparing these two decimals. Okay, now I would ask you this all the time in class. When we are comparing two decimals, what are we doing with them? Yes, we are seeing which one is greater, which one is less, or if they are equal, okay? So this is what we need to find out. Is 23 hundredths greater than 3/10? Okay, so now just to refresh your memory a little bit, usually when we compare decimals, I like to stack them one on top of the other, okay? So I'm going to do 23 hundredths, okay? And right underneath, because remember the decimals have to be lined up, right underneath, I'm going to put 3/10, okay? So now, we go place value by place value. Remember this? Place value by place value. So here's the whole number, which is 0, okay? So they both have zeros. So we need to move on to the next place value, okay? Now, this number has a 3. I'm sorry, this place value has a 3. This place value has a 2. So which decimal is greater? Yes, 3/10 is greater than 23 hundredths. Even though 23, there's two numbers here and only one here, remember, there's always that placeholder 0 right there, okay? So 3/10 is greater than 23 hundredths, okay? So you can write that down. That is the correct answer. Rita and Andy are not right. They are incorrect. You need to tell them write it down, maybe in 1 or 2 sentences, two or 3 sentences. How did you know that? How did you figure that out? Okay? So remember, this is the tenths place, this is the hundredths place, this is the tenths place, this is the hundredths place. Okay? I want you in your answer to use the place values to help you. Okay? Well, what number was in the tenths place that wasn't in what number was in the tenths place here? Was it bigger, smaller? I want to see words like bigger, smaller, greater, less than, okay? So I am confident that we will be able to do that, okay? Then your next assignment is reteach 4B, page 2, numbers 1 through 3, okay? So now you need to go back into Mrs. DaCosta's math folder, okay? Scroll all the way down. You will see 3/30, reteach 4B, page 2, numbers 1 through 3. Click that. And then there is a picture, okay, of the worksheet that you need to do. I have it right here, okay? If you want to print it, you can print it. You don't have to print it. You can record your answers where I told you to record them, either in your math journal or your math notebook, okay? So let's look at this for a second. We did something like this before we left, okay? So it's saying here, we need to write decimals and fractions, okay? So for number 1, this is showing me how many are filled in out of what? So how many boxes are filled in gray out of all of them all together? So let's count. First, let's find how many are filled in gray. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you should put 9 parts are shaded. Then it says, as a fraction, we say blank out of blank parts are shaded. So that would mean on this line, the dark gray boxes go. And then on this line, all of the boxes go there. Okay? So as a fraction, we say how many out of how many parts are shaded? We would say 9 out of 10 parts are shaded. And then we would write it how? How would we write it? We would write it as a fraction. And I know you can do this. So this number here would be the numerator. Oh, geez. This number here would be the numerator. And this number here would be the denominator. Okay? I'm going to leave it blank because I know you guys can figure it out. Now, this bottom part is a little bit different, okay? This bottom part, you need to pay attention to the example, how the example has it filled out, okay? So first, your answer for the first part should be a fraction. The second part should be a decimal. The third part should be words, okay? Fraction, decimal, words. Are we seeing that? The answer is a fraction. For the second part, the answer is a decimal. For the third part, the answer is in words, okay? So let's look at number 2. It's saying the shaded parts show, and you need to write a fraction, okay? So let's look at this model that it's giving us. Let's see if I could do this through the camera. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we know that 10 is the whole. So 10 is the denominator. So how many are filled in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tenths, okay? We write it as, how would we write 7 tenths as a decimal? How would we write 7 tenths as a decimal? So I'm going to do the decimal, tenths and hundredths. So here's our decimal, okay? This is the tenths place. This is the hundredths place. How would I show 7 tenths? And then we read it as, how would we write 7 tenths in words? okay? 7/10 in words. And that is what you need to do. Sorry. That is what you need to do for math today, okay? I am confident that you will be able to do everything, no problem. And if there are problems or you have any questions, please message me on Schoology using the little envelope. You can have mom or dad send me a remind message, or you can have mom or dad email me with any questions, okay? Remember, report cards are coming out soon, so make sure that you are getting all of your work done. And if I require it to be submitted, make sure you are submitting it, please. Okay, like the reading logs and the reading responses. If you're doing them on Schoology, you have to hit submit. I need to be able to see it. Okay, I miss you all so, so, so much. I wish we could be together back in school, hopefully soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.